Hello again, it's your productivity and organizing coach Lisa, and I'm just checking in with you to see how you're doing and to give you a mid-month update and I'll let you know a few things that are going on here with Positively Productive and with me, and this hat is a little bit of a hint, but we'll get to that in a minute. So first of all, February has been the month of love, right? Okay, we have Valentine's Day that we just celebrated, or specifically didn't celebrate, depending upon your vibe. And with that, I really wanted to focus on our self-love. So the podcast episodes that we've been going through, we kicked off actually the end of January right into February. It was a beautiful combination with Lavista Jones, all about how systems can support your self-care. Then we went right into a really could almost be divisive or challenging episode with Amanda Chills, all about how self-discipline is self-care. If you haven't listened to that episode, check it out. She'll call you out, and I respect that. I mean, I'm more of a hug it out kind of person, and she's like, this is how it is. And I love that because it challenges me too, and it reminds me of what I need to be doing as well. Then we have been sharing a beautiful episode all about our self-worth. And the idea, Jamana Elaridi shares with us that this is not something that we're seeking to find, but that we're seeking to take back. You are worthy, just as you are. You're born worthy. And over the course of time, something happens to all of us where that worth is taken from us, is questioned. And so now it's time to take it back. So I hope that you will catch each of those episodes, and another one coming up next week, the last of the February set, is a solo one, just you and me, but this one is a grab your notes and walk through the steps with me, because it is the 5 steps you can take to create your own personalized self-care plan. And having that plan means you're not only identifying what self-care really is for you, but you are setting it up to schedule it, to let everyone that supports you in whatever way, friends, family, co-workers, biz besties, whatever community you're with, to let them know what it is you need to be doing and how to set up those boundaries and protect them. These are the 5 steps, and I tried to keep the episode quick so that you could move through them and take action. But there's an idea that I have that we could use some more support when it comes to this, and I will get to that in a moment. But first, as promised, I wanted to tell you all about what we have planned next week. My family and I, as a celebration of pretty much getting out of Dodge, because we're in New York and it's really snowy and cold, are headed to Florida. We are headed to the Orlando area, and yes, we are going to spend some time, first time ever, at Universal. And we are huge Harry Potter fans, specifically my daughter and I cannot wait to see the space. I've heard incredible things about it. I mean, how they brought the book to life, even in what you can see in videos, just boggles my mind. And I'm super excited to be there in person and to take a full break. So how do I take a full break, a week off, when I am, a solo business owner? I do have some team members that help me from time to time, but I don't have someone regularly to rely on. I delegate a lot through automation and through planning. So I wanted to share that with you as a few tips for today. And the word RAMP is going to help you out in 2 different ways. So the RAMP idea as an acronym: review, assess, map, and then pull. Or present, really, is what the P is for. So reviewing last week, reviewing next week, reviewing what's coming up, what's next, being aware, making notes of it, setting your reminders, whatever it happens to be, so that you're very clear on what's happening and also what you've achieved as well. There is some celebration and review and reflection as well. Then you have assessing. And assessing is, trying to figure out what are the priorities, what are you going to fit in there, what's your intention for the week, and that can even count for a vacation week as well. Then mapping out is actually, your best times, your best opportunities, when you're going to work your best. Different tasks that you need to do where you could fit them in, at a prime or, opportune time. And then the P for pull or present specifically is pulling yourself present. And what I mean by that is when you are headed to a weekend, to take a break, when you are headed on vacation, you need to ramp down and then ramp back up when you return. I think one of the things that throws us the most is when we're like trying so hard to keep the energy going and we're frantic and we're running around, and it doesn't allow us to focus, and it also doesn't allow us to fully relax. We get the Sunday scaries, we get anxiety about what's happening. We're not focused when we're too focused on the wrong things when we're on vacation, and then when we get back we don't know what we're doing. So using that same concept, the same ramp acronym, or just the concept of it, is making these notes. Like right now what I'm doing is not only taking care of things that I need to for this week, but also things that will need to be done next week. And in addition to that, there are going to be things that can wait until I return. I'm making notes of them right now so that I am very clear when I return what I will be tending to. I am setting reminders and notifications for myself so that I know when I return that first week of March, this is what I'm going to be doing. I have it, it's very clear. And also, when my mind goes to something like, oh, I need to send someone a podcast inquiry, or, I'm going to meet with a client and this is what we're going to talk about, I don't let that distract me from vacation time. I put that into my system, into my notes for my upon return list. So that's my tip for you. Use that and allow yourself to be present in whatever you're doing, whatever break you're taking, whether it's a couple of days, a week, or even more. And if you want more tips or more details on that, I actually have an episode, and I'm forgetting her name. Stacy Kessler, I believe is the name. Episode, I wish I could remember the episode number. I want to say 53, but it's in the podcast list. It is a strategy call, and I'll make sure to put the link in our in your notes here in my message to you, so that you can access that. We actually coach that because she goes on vacation a lot. So yeah, that's my update. We've got the love month with lots of fabulous self-love, self-worth podcast episodes, the idea of ramping up and down, and me heading off on a road trip. I'm super excited about that, but as always, I welcome you to message me and I'll check back in when we return. I'll leave you with that, and I will tell you there's something coming up that I'll be sharing soon, and it has to do with a brand new workshop about that self-care plan. Listen to the episode next week first, and then I'll come back and share with you how I have a whole new concept for workshops called, instead of DIY, which is do it yourself, it's DIT, do it together. I'll let you know about that soon. Take care.